we bring you coverage for one last time from Blackwood. It's Highland football, and they will welcome in the Eastern Vikings, as it will sure be an excellent divisional matchup. Good evening, everyone. Colin Morris, Caden Corsi with you. And Caden, it's an exciting time. It's week 8, and it's now or never for both of these football teams.
The 5-3 Vikings are at the land today, taking on the 3-5 Tartans, where, as Colin said, if the Tartans win, they're in. Tartans led by quarterback Elijah Capra to start, and the Vikings are led by quarterback Nick Courier, and he's been a great quarterback this year. Doesn't really turn the ball over, 15 total touchdowns. It's going to be a tough matchup for Highland.
And that's kind of the big story tonight for Highland, is if they win, they're in, right? Obviously sitting at 3-5, as Caden said, and a chance to go to the playoffs for the first time in the Sean Daniels era with a win tonight. With a loss, they're going to need help, and they're going to need a lot of it from various schools, including Cumberland, Hamilton, Hamilton, and other various schools across South Jersey. So another big developing story for Highland, is the quarterback situation. Elijah Capra, Matthew Townsend front. We will see who is at the helm to start. The suspicion is Elijah Capra after his very solid game-winning drive last week, against Vineland. Obviously played very well, but Townsend front is now eligible, so he will be suited up tonight in number 19, ready to go for whatever Coach Sean Daniels and offensive coordinator Jason Handy decide to do. So the captains will meet at midfield. Brockenborough, McConnell, Chando, and Odoms for the last time in 2025 in Blackwood. A chance to go to the playoffs on the line for the Tartans. It's Highland football when we come back. as we welcome you back to Highland Regional in Blackwood, New Jersey. We are ready to go. Once again, Colin Morris, Caden Corsi from the booth at Highland, and about to bring you 48 minutes of high school football on Friday night. One last time from Highland in 2025. Ready to go here, and it's an exciting atmosphere. Highland in a win and in situation for the playoff picture. Eastern looking to compete and get a home playoff game, and we're getting ready to go as it looks like Eastern will kick off to start. Sean Summers will be the kicker to kick off for Eastern as we are just about ready to go from Highland. Eastern sitting at 5-3, as I just said, a home playoff game on the line. Highland at 3-5, a chance to go to the playoffs on the line. And all 48 minutes will be on Tartan TV. Awaiting the ref signal here. Sumner's getting ready to put the ball down. Get ready to kick off the junior. Back to receive, Amir Bussey, Titan Gray, the usual two. The ref signals, Summers, ready to go. We're underway in Blackwood. Kick is away, it goes to Titan Gray on the near side. Gray makes one man miss. Gray, another man, now finally tackled up at the 39. A strong return for the junior, Titan Gray. And now the question is, who will we see at quarterback? Entering the huddle as of now, looks like Elijah Capra, but we will see shortly.
That was a good return there by Titan Gray for about 20 yards, setting up Highland nicely at around the 40-yard line.
And it's Capra. In 2025, 605 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So obviously struggled with the turnovers just a little bit. However, last week commanded this offense very strongly in a situation where Highland absolutely needed a win. Capra in the shotgun. It's Jameer Roberts getting the start. Ball is low. Roberts hanging on to it now. He had the fumble last week. He nearly lost it on that play right away. It's a gain of about 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Eastern, especially early on in most of their games, really load up the box to sell out to stop the run. So running the ball early on is going to be a struggle for Highland. They pick up 2 there, but I have a feeling this might be a common theme in tonight's game.
And that's where we could see Capra and possibly Towles in front airing the ball out a little bit, opening up that running game, trying to push some of those linebackers out of the box. Obviously some solid options for Eastern up front, and that front 7 is nothing to play with for the Vikings. Capra hands it off to Roberts. He's hit immediately and maybe gained a yard. And it'll be 3rd and long right away for Highland.
Eastern has a very solid defense. Like I said, they load up the box. They set up 5 at the line on most of their plays, and as there's an injury on the field. But as I was saying, they load up the box. They make it very hard to run, and they put their opponent in very hard 3rd down situations as Highland's facing another 3rd and long on this opening drive.
So it looks like it was the man on the carry, Jameer Roberts, going down. As the athletic training staff will tend to him. Coaches surrounding him, as well as our excellent athletic trainer, Mr. Gavin Orr. Roberts will be helped up, hoping that's only a cramp. He gets up under his own power and will hobble to the sideline. As Highland will head back out. Third and 5 is the official mark on the forward progress. Livingston will check in. George, that is, on the right of Capra. 3rd and 5. Big play coming for Highland right away. Capra. Handoff Livingston. Right up the middle. Livingston trying to push through, being pulled backwards. Fighting all the way there, and did he get it? He did! George Livingston. Powerful running right away. And a 1st down for Highland.
That was a great run there, and they're really setting the tone early that they want to be the more physical team. Eastern was there. They got to him at the line of scrimmage, but he just powered right through them.
So not a very generous spot here. And now it's going to be interesting. They're going to bring the chains out to see if they got there. And it's going to be really close. It was Anthony Pryor Jr. kind of holding Livingston back initially, and then he powered through. So we'll see what the spot is here. They are bringing the chains out, a little good old-fashioned chain measurement here on fourth down, excuse me. Here it is, and he got it. A first down for Highland. George Livingston with some heavy running right away. Jameer Roberts got helped off the field. He is down with our trainer, Mr. Orr, on the bench, tending to look like that right hamstring. But a new set of downs for Highland right away. Capra back into the huddle, and it'll be first down. Ready to go. Tight set for Highland. 3 receivers on the right. Hicks alone on the left. Capra, a toss to Livingston. Nearly dropped it. A quick bobble and then gains about a yard. Call it maybe a yard and a half. It'll be second and long right away. And interesting to see what they'll do on second down here, Caden.
Probably another run, if I were to make an educated guess based off what's happened so far. But I'd like to see them get creative here. I like how they mixed it up there. They went to the outside that time. Picked up a few. I lied. They picked up one. Sorry. But, yeah, I think they keep it on the ground here again.
The official marking is a gain of 1 for Livingston after his gritty 5-yard run for a first down. And now we'll see what's in store here for Coach Handy's offense. Capra. Play action. He'll keep it on the left side. Capra with a block. It's a first down and more for Elijah Capra. He got close to the marker. Excuse me. I don't think he quite got there. And he will be short. Looks a little closer from our angle, but not quite. I apologize for that. It'll be third and short.
I'm a huge fan of that play call. I said it a lot last week. Elijah is primarily a track guy. He's a super fast, super athletic, and I think he should use his feet more in his games because they tend to work very well.
And it worked on that last play. We saw Highland on offense last week on that game-winning drive by Capra. He ran it himself from 9 yards out, which was a very exciting divisional win. Now Eastern sitting in second place in the division with Highland, the Freedom. Both sitting at 3-1 in the division. And a handoff to Livingston, and he's hit right away, and he was not going to get there. And we'll see who the tackle was by. It looks like it was Zach Wood, the senior linebacker, who got in there initially. But Highland, with no hesitation, is going to stay on the field for a fourth down try.
Yeah, I think this is absolutely 4-down territory. 4th and 3. You can't really give Eastern a lot of momentum in this game because statistically they have been the better team this year, and you don't want to get them going at all.
Here we go. Capra and Highland needs 3 yards to get to the mark. It's a long 3 yards. In the shotgun. Might just be trying to draw them here. We'll see if Capra actually snaps the ball. And he does. Play action. Capra steps up, fires. It's caught by Titan Gray, and he is gone. Touchdown, Highland.
What a throw by Elijah Capra, pinning it in between 2 defenders, and Titan Gray with a house call. Eastern sold out for a run there. Like I said, they loaded up the box. They had a play action. Everyone came in. And if you have one-on-one coverage with Titan Gray will get his way almost every time.
Well said there. Titan Gray to the house for the score. Capra, an excellent ball, proving time and time again why that quarterback spot is his. And Rambo is ready to kick the extra point, and it's blocked by Eastern. And it will be blown dead. So Rambo's PAT is no good, but Highland goes up early. Titan Gray from Elijah Capra. It's Highland 6 and Eastern nothing. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll see the Vikings offense for the first time. as we welcome you back to Highland Regional. Once again, a Highland early touchdown in the first quarter with 7:46 to go. Elijah Capper, an excellent ball to Titan Gray, about 44 yards on the catch and pass, and Highland has gone up early once again. The second straight week they have scored on their opening drive, and they're up 6, Caden. Rambo will get ready to kick away, as his extra point was just blocked. Rambo's kicks away. It's a good one. Nearing the sideline, it'll be returned by Max Cutler, the lead back. Cutler looking for a block and gets one. Cutler getting a good return up to about the 40-yard line, maybe the 39. We'll see where the spot is. So Titan Gray, who just scored the touchdown, had a solid return on the initial kickoff, and then Max Cutler, the lead back, gets one as well. And now we will see this Eastern offense for the first time.
Very similar return to the return that Highland had, both taking it up to about the 39-yard line. So they'll get the same opportunity that Highland get from the same spot. Let's see how they treat it.
So we apologize, we didn't see it, but it looks like a late flag came in. It was a holding on Eastern, so it'll back it up about 10 yards. So now they will start at the 29 instead of the 39.
So ignore what I just said.
And we will meet the Eastern quarterback for the first time. It's Nick Carreri, as he will hand it off right away. Good move by Cutler. And a nearing the first down marker for Eastern. It's Max Cutler, but Nick Carreri in 2025, 1,115 yards for the quarterback, 15 total touchdowns, 12 of them through the air, 3 on the ground. He had 3 interceptions in 2025, but it's truly been an excellent successor to the 2025 graduate Logan Dawson. Handoff to Cutler again, gets a hole, still going. Cutler finally brought down at about the 42-yard line. Max Cutler running all over the Tartans in the first quarter.
Cutler is a very, very good running back. Ran for just over 500 yards on the year with 3 touchdowns. Very tough guy to bring down. He's not the biggest guy, but he's super fast, super shifty, and he is hard to stop once he gets rolling.
And between Cutler and Ashad Carter, the senior freshman duo, it's been hard to stop them. They go right back to Cutler, and why not? He dives ahead for about 3.5, call it 4 yards. And it'll be a second down play here for Eastern. And this is going to be the big test for the Highland defense that has been very excellent for most of the year, is can they stop this high-powered Eastern offense?
Going back to their quarterback, Carreri, for a second. He hasn't had the most flashy plays in the world, but he keeps the ball on their side. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, and he does exactly what he needs to do, and that's why Eastern's had a lot of success this year.
Carreri motions his man. It's Wood. It's a play action. Carreri rolling out, fires on the run. It's off the fingertips of Wes Davis and incomplete, and Highland forces the third down and a chance to get a big stop here after a great momentum drive from the Vikings. Carreri back to throw, rolls out, fires. It's caught on the far sideline. It's Terry Cook who keeps breaking tackles. Cook all the way down to inside the 15-yard line. Terry Wood, their do-it-all kind of guy for Eastern on this offense and defense, makes his first impact play of the night.
That's been Carreri's favorite target throughout this year, and he's a Travis Hunter type of player. He has 7 receiving touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He can really do it all, as you said.
It's a first down play for Eastern as 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Carreri will hand it off to Cutler. Cutler looking for a block, nearing the midway point to getting there, and is stopped there as it looked like it was George Livingston on the tackle. And it'll be second down. Second and 7 is the spot. 5:24 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Highland. Carreri, handoff up the middle. Pushing forward, nearing the first down marker. And didn't quite get there. It'll be third and very short. It was Carter checking in for the first time tonight, the freshman. And now it'll be a important third down coming.
Usually Eastern likes to do a QB sneak in this short yardage, but he lines up in the shotgun.
Carreri, handoff, Cutler. He is met right at the line. We'll see if they give it to him. And they did not get there. Fourth down.
This is absolutely four down territory for Eastern. I can't imagine any world in which they send the kick team on. They're going to have it from the one, so like I said, I think they're going to go QB sneak here. They love to do that QB sneak from in short down territory. And they line up like it.
And they're putting the big boys in, and now we have, it wasn't going to be a QB sneak, but we have some whistles and a timeout. Coach Sean Daniels got it off before the play could start. And a big fourth down play coming after this break. 6-0 Highland. In the first quarter, timeout, 4:04 to go. You're watching Highland football on Tartan TV. Once again, Colin Morris, Caden Corsi with you. As Eastern will meet on this fourth down play. The Highland defense will look for an answer to a Eastern defense that has just marched right down the field. And this is a big one. Scored on that first drive. It was Titan Gray on the reception from Capra. And now the defense hasn't been able to keep up, as Eastern's getting ready to punch one in here unless Highland can stop them on fourth down. There's Daniels, the play caller on defense, followed by his older brother, Mike Daniels. And here we go. So the big boys will check out of the game. Carreri's with Cutler in the backfield. From the shotgun. Low snap, handoff, Cutler, he's in! And an Eastern touchdown, and we are tied at 6.
No need to get fancy there. Give it to your running back who carried you down on the field up to this point. Gets the job done, and we're all tied up.
So the Eastern offense punches it in on fourth and short. As Eastern's ready to kick the extra point, it's Summers, the junior, his first attempt of the night. Snaps high, kick is on the way though, and it's right through. And Eastern has taken a 7-6 lead with 4 minutes on the dot to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Summers has been perfect this year. 10 for 10 going into this game. Now he's 11 for 11 on extra points. Very reliable kicker Eastern has.
So Highland will get ready to receive the ball again. Both teams go down the field and score on their first drives respectfully. And now it'll be Highland's second chance to go out and get one. As we've talked about the quarterback situation for Highland, Tow's in front and Capra. As we were told earlier, we will see both quarterbacks tonight. However, it's been Capra on the first drive, and why not run him back out there? A touchdown drive with that. Tow's in front, ready to go on the sideline as well, though, when his number is called. A late personnel switch here for Highland. And now we are ready to go. That was Micah Martin checking out. It was an onside attempt and recovered by Ben Shando, the senior captain. And now Highland will have a chance to will have the ball in excellent field position to start their second drive.
I don't think that was an onside attempt. I think he just hit the top of the ball there. It was hit very hard right at Chando. I think if we were onside, it would be more of a dribble. Could be wrong, could just be a bad onside attempt, but I think that ball was just missed.
I mean, we saw Highland do it at Runnymede a couple weeks ago. Dawson Rambo kicked it directly to a Triton special teams player. It bounced right off his face mask and right back to Highland. So it's not out of the ordinary to see something like that. But Capra and the Highland offense will check back in. It's Livingston to the left of Capra. Roberts still dealing with some cramping, or maybe just a hamstring problem. Livingston fighting forward, still going, taking the whole pack with them. A good first down run. He got about halfway there. It's second down.
Livingston's playing with some fire tonight. That's the second time he was met at the line of scrimmage, but still was able to pick up a healthy gain there.
So what we hoped was a cramp for Jameer Roberts. Seems like it's a little more than that, working out that right hamstring, and hopes to get back in this game. But right now it's George Livingston playing the RB2 tonight. Now getting ready to take on a bigger role. Runs right into his own guy and is brought down for a loss of a couple inches. It'll now be third and medium. And a big scenario for Eastern to get their defense off the field as some personnel change here for Eastern, bearing this third down play. We're ready to go. Big third down. Capra. Play action. Going deep. Looking for Gray again. It's just over his head. Incomplete. Gray was the intended receiver. It's 2:52 to go. In the first quarter, it's fourth down, and now we'll wait to see what Highland does with the ball right at midfield, and now here comes the punt team.
That's a third Capra's going to want to have back. Titan beat his guy again. Had a few yards of separation and just over the head.
Dawson Rambo, for the first time tonight, will punt. Eastern kind of stacking up that line. Might be going to get Rambo. As here we go. Snap is not a good one. Rambo gets it away just in time. It takes a bad bounce, hits a Highland man, and picked up by Eastern. And actually, decent punt there from Rambo, considering the bad snap and the rushing. It hit number 30, Derek Ortiz, but it'll be Eastern ball, first down.
Dawson Rambo doing a great job of making the best out of a bad situation, and overall ended up being a pretty good punt, backed them up about 30 yards, and that's why we have a kicker cam, to bring you great plays like that.
I'm sure it has something to do with it. It's first down Vikings. Carreri ready to go again. Hands it off to Carter. Carter brought down almost immediately by Brockenborough. He got a couple yards. It's second down. And we talked about earlier that running back duo of Ashad Carter and Max Cutler, the senior freshman duo. Both have been excellent all year. For Carter, it's 360 yards and 4 touchdowns. That was for Carter. It's 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 of them coming last week against Clearview. And for Cutler, it's 502 and 3 touchdowns. But Carreri will throw here. It's a good block there for Eastern, and they will get enough for the first down. They'll move the sticks.
Yeah, this Eastern offense is so hard to stop because you can't really hone in on one thing. You can try to sell out for the run, but then Carreri can beat you deep. Or you can play back, but then Cutler and Carter can do whatever they want. You know, it's really a hard task for the Highland defense.
So they'll move the sticks once again. The Eastern showing no sign of slowing down on their second drive here. 7-6 ball game with 2 minutes exactly to go. Carreri with a man to his right. A motion man. It's Rosa. Carreri, pressure in his face, gets hit. Now will take off. He got about a yard or two before being brought down. It was Micah Cook on the tackle. Nearly got to him there. Carreri kind of shifty with it. it'll be second down.
Even though it resulted in positive yards, that's a great play by Cook, stopping the play. And if Highland can allow 2 yards per play, that's a great job by them. So nothing to be mad at there.
Carreri in the shotgun again. Hands it off to Carter. Carter looking for a lane is hit. Flag flies. And we will await the call. He's short of the first down mark. And we'll see what the call is here. And it looks like an illegal block in the back by Eastern. So we'll back it up, and the Vikings will try again on second down.
I didn't even notice they had pink flags. It's pretty cool.
Correct. That is in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Obviously, you see numerous players wearing pink there. Number 5, Vincent Rosa, wearing pink on the bottom of your screen, his pink gloves. Nonetheless, Carreri ready to go. Second and long. Back to throw. Here comes the rush. It's a screen pass, and it goes right to Davis, and Davis got back close to the original mark. It will be third and long for Eastern. The tackle by Odoms, and a big play coming here for the Vikings. Cutler checks back in. We'll see what the approach is here. Would have to expect a throw from Carreri. Back to throw, and it's caught. Across the middle, first down Eastern, a stiff arm, and finally brought down. It's Vincent Rosa, the senior wide receiver with the first down. He gets close to midfield, a yard past it, and it's first down Eastern.
That's a bit of a momentum killer for Highland. 3rd and 17 there, and Eastern still finds a way to convert.
And we have a timeout here as the quarter has come to an end. 7-6 game. The Eastern Vikings are on top in Blackwood. You're watching Highland football on Tartan TV. Second quarter coverage right after this. We welcome you back to Highland. 7-6 ball game. The Eastern Vikings have the lead. They've flipped the field. It'll be a first down and 10 after a big third down pickup there by Rosa. Carreri motions his man Davis. Play action. Carreri looking to let it fly. Looking for Rosa, and it's a jump ball and intercepted. Amir Bussey going and taking it out of the hands of the receiver, and Highland gets the turnover, a late flag.
That late flag you would assume would be for taunting, but that is an electric play by Amir Bussey. That was actually a beautiful ball thrown by Carreri, and Amir just wanted it more, ripped it right out of his hands there.
Amir Bussey been doing it all year. Cornerback 1 without a doubt. His second interception of 2025. But following, we'll see what where the ball is marked after the taunting penalty. Highland does get the ball. And a huge, huge defensive stop there for the Tartans And we'll once again see Jason Handy's offense. And something interesting going on here. Towson front is in the snap. And here we go. The first snap for Matt Towson front in a Highland jersey. He will start the third drive for Highland. Back in his own end zone. Here's the snap. Handoff to, we'll see who it is, Livingston, I believe. And it was. So a short gain on first down, call it 2 yards. But the first time we're seeing the junior quarterback, Towson front, obviously ineligible up until this week, as Capra has hit the sideline for this drive. And now we'll see what he can do with this Tartans offense. Livingston to his right. The other Livingston in motion. Towson front. Handoff to Livingston. Pushing ahead. Didn't get much. Maybe a couple of yards. And a big third down coming once again. And possibly the first time we'll see Towson front air it out.
Despite the short gains, those are very valuable yards there. That gives Matt a few yards to throw so he doesn't have to be in his end zone. And if this is an incompletion or another stop, it gives Rambo space to get the ball off.
Third down play. Towson front in the shotgun once again. Livingston to his right. Here's the snap. He's back to throw. Towson front, feeling the pressure, rolls out of it, and sacked right in front of the end zone. So Towson front does not get a chance to get the throw off in his first attempt. And here comes the Highland punt team once again following the interception. Nothing doing.
This is going to be a very tough play for Dawson Rambo to get this punt off. As we go to the sideline, star cornerback Amir Bussey seems to be a little banged up there. Not entirely sure what the injury is.
He seems to be grabbing that right hamstring along with Roberts, but we will stay updated on that. Bussey with a huge interception, his second of 2025, got Highland the ball, but they stall out. And now Rambo from his own end zone gets the kick away as it gets a Highland bounce right into the hands of Eastern. And it is Clymere on the solid return, and Highland has really backed themselves up here.
Yeah, Highland defense is in a tough spot right now as Dawson Rambo limps off to the sideline. That he may have gotten hit there on that punt. That's not great news for Highland special teams.
The replacement punter and / or kicker would be number 0, Zion Brockenborough, as you see in the center of your screen there, the linebacker, the senior captain. He was doing the punting duties for the first week in 2025 in Glassboro when Highland played at Rowan. But Cutler gets a good block here, kicking it to the outside, got close to the marker, just going to be a little bit short. And got about, call it 7 yards. Second down. .8:45 to go in the second quarter. Highland down by 1. Eastern's knocking on the door once again. Motion man is Wood. It's a handoff to Cutler. Right away, there's Brockenborough, dropping him for a loss. And this third down has got tougher for the Vikings offense.
This will be huge if Highland defense can come up for a stop here. Eastern was handed an absolute blessing to start their possession inside the 30-yard line.
Third down. Call it 3rd and 8. It was a loss of 4 yards for Cutler. Kind of the first stoppage he's had of the night. Carreri back to throw. Pressure comes across the middle. It's caught by number 5, Vincent Rosa. He's been the leading target so far for Eastern. It's a first down, and they get all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Marked at the 2 for the first down. Rosa has the most targets. That's his 4th already of the night, and it's still early. It's a play action. Carreri's going to take it himself. He's hit as he goes into the goal line, and he's in. An Eastern touchdown. Nick Carreri takes the shot and gets in, and the Vikings have extended their lead. It's 13-6 with the point after pending.
That was a huge hit there from Highland, but unfortunately the hit doesn't matter when the opponent's in the end zone. So Eastern goes up 13-6, hoping to make this an 8-point lead right here.
Sommers ready to kick the extra point. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Wes Davis on the hold. Snaps high again. Kick is on the way, and he missed it. Wide left. And a huge miss there for Eastern as the game remains a 7-point.
That's Summers' first miss all season. Went from 11-11, now 11 for 12. Usually reliable, comes up short there.
We were talking about it earlier, how he's been so perfect. The announcer jinx always works.
I apologize, Eastern fans. It's probably my fault.
We had the same incident during basketball season last year. We talked about how good Jerome Cuff, the graduate, had been at making free throws, and as soon as I said something, he missed most of them for the rest of the night. So hoping that doesn't become a trend for Highland, but if it means Eastern's going to miss extra points, then I guess that's good for the Tartans.
Nick Carreri has been so great all year at not throwing interceptions. Let's hopefully the strength continues to work.
Well, you're hoping a little bit now, as the stats don't lie for him, but neither did they for the kicking either, I guess, so we'll see.
Oh, wait, I said that earlier, and then Amir got an interception.
Yeah.
That's 2 jinxes for me on the day.
Yeah,
I'm on a roll.
You're 2 for 2 so far, and it's still only the first half. 7:39 to go in the second quarter. Summers ready to kick it away. A late personnel change here. Sharon Hicks checks in at the bottom of your screen. And it's a low squibbing kick. It is fallen on by number 26, Lucas Chando. So Ben Chando recovered the kick last time, and now his younger brother Lucas gets one himself. And here comes the Highland offense once again. It'll be Towson front in the huddle to start. It's first down. So here we go. The Highland offense, once again, stalled out on the last drive. That was Towson fronts. We'll see if he can get anything going here. Livingston to his left. 3 receivers right. Hicks, the lone one at the bottom of your screen. Ready to go. Livingston motions. Here's the first play. Flag flies, and we have movement up front. We'll see who it is on. I believe it was number 55, Dylan James. And it's first down once again for Highland, but just 5 yards back.
Penalties is always a common theme in a Tartans game. That's something they need to work on throughout the entire year, averaging about 10 penalties a game. Not the best stat there.
Not something we're going to want to continue to see here for Highland. Livingston will motion to the right, so now it'll be 5 wide. Towson front will keep it himself. He will make a man miss, stays on his feet for the minute, and now his hit maybe got a yard, but nothing much, and it'll be second and long. Trying to use those legs. Matt Towson front, a decent runner as well. Did his time over at Overbrook, and now an injury timeout for Highland. It's the center, Julio Hernandez, going down and grabbing somewhere in the lower part of his body. And not something you want to see here, as Hernandez has been so excellent as the center, the junior here. So hoping he's okay. We'll see what Handy and those front 5 men decide to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, if this is serious, this is a huge loss for the Tartans offensive line and just the Tartans in general. He's been so great all year. And he's really just a key part of this offense. Really unfortunate to see.
Excuse me, and especially pushing towards that offense. The last thing you want to see is anybody go down, but how important the center is, it's just another huge loss and not something you want to see. So they are going to stretch Hernandez out here, and we will step aside for a moment. Injury timeout from Blackwood. 6:19 to go in the second quarter. Eastern 13, Highland 6. As we welcome you back to Highland, Julio Hernandez will slowly make his way to the sideline. So a little bit of a switch up front. It looks like McConnell will move to center, and Elijah Ortiz, who has been so excellent on the defensive line, will slide in on the other side of the ball as an offensive guard. So obviously a big loss, hoping for the best for Hernandez and hoping he'll be back in there soon, especially moving towards the end of the regular season here. But nonetheless, the game is going to continue. Towles in front will move to his right. He will look to throw. The ball gets tipped as he let it go. The deflection was by Braden Dove. Towles in front struggling to get anything going here for this Highland offense. And it's third down.
Yeah, that was just a bootleg concept with Towles in front rolling out to the far side. And Eastern just read it perfectly, had multiple guys on him. And Matt not really able to get anything going up to this point.
So here we go. Big third down coming for Highland. Towles in front checking his play man. Livingston motions. And a flag and a delay of game on Highland. And another unnecessary penalty for the Tartans. They'll back it up once again, and this third down just got a lot harder.
Upcoming 3rd and 18, very tough spot. Let's see if Matt can get something going here.
Towles in front, ready to go. Livingston motions. He's back to throw. Pressure drops off, now winds up, fires it deep, looking for his man. It's Parker, and a late flag right at the sticks to gain. It looks like Parker drew the defensive pass interference, and Highland is going to move it up and have another third down try here.
If this is pass interference, would that be a first down? Or is it just a 5-yard penalty replay? I'm not sure how high school penalties work.
It would be 10 yards if the play stands. We're awaiting confirmation of the call from the crew chief there. So it is confirmed They will move it up 15, and Highland will have a much more manageable 3rd and short here as Townsend front still looking for his first completion. As a Tartan from the shotgun, Livingston to his left. That's a play action. Townsend front made a miss. Now fires on the run. Wide open. It's caught by Javon Livingston. Pushing forward across midfield to about the 39. It's a first down for Highland.
Coach Jason Handy seems very comfortable with Matt throwing the ball here. Very aggressive approach in this passing game, with the last 4 or 5 plays all being passes. They seem to have a lot of faith in Matt, and he delivers there.
Maglandry was the guy who was jumping, number 8, as Townsend front almost kind of pump faked there and showing that elusiveness that he has shown in practice and on his game film that we are yet to see at Highland. But his first completion is to the senior Javon Livingston, and Highland don't look now, but they have something going. Townsend front is going to take off himself, makes one man miss, and then is hit as he goes down. As it'll be second down for Highland, a short gain for Townsend front. He'll meet in with Coach Jason Handy and get ready to go for this second down and the long play. 5:45 to go in the second quarter. You're watching Highland football on Tartan TV. Colin Morris, Caden Corsi. Thanks for joining us. A little bit of a chilly night in Blackwood, but perfect football weather if you ask me. Townsend front ready to go from the shotgun. Livingston to his right. Back to throw. Pressure comes. Townsend front steps up, gets out of it, will fire on the run, and it's off the hands of 2 Eastern men and incomplete. It was Rosa and Perez who both got hands on it. The intended receiver was Hicks, I believe, and Highland will try again. It's 3rd and 8.
If you're Highland, you're trying to gain at least 4 to 5 yards here, because this is 4th down territory. I doubt they would attempt a 4th down conversion if it stays 8 yards after this play.
Well, they're 1 for 1 on them tonight with that touchdown of Titan Gray in the first quarter on the first drive. We're yet to see anything of him since then. Townsend fronts back to throw. He's going deep. It's a little bit of an air ball, and it's an interception right into the hands of Terry Cook. Add another one to his stat line in 2025. Cook with a block, finally being brought down by Townsend front, and he turns the ball over, and Eastern will take over after a good return by Cook. It's first down Vikings.
As we said, this is Matt's first game. That could have just been a miscommunication. Matt threw it to the middle of the field. He could have thought the receiver there was going for a post. Instead, he stayed straight. Or it could have just been a bad ball. I'm not on the field, don't know for sure, but that's something to think about.
So Townsend front turns the ball over. And Highland's defense, will head back out with a chance to stop the Vikings again.
Jason Handy seemed to be very upset with the receiver, so that leads me to believe that he ran the wrong route there.
I would assume, the ball was kind of in no man's land, but the man closest to it was Hicks, as Brockenborough was there right away to bring down Carter. And it'll be 2nd and 10. He got back to the line. Second and 10. Carreri looking to his sideline, possibly a little confusion here. Heavy set up front. It's a play action. It's a screen pass over to Rosa, who makes a man miss. First down and more, and finally brought down on the far side. It's a first down for the Vikings. And they'll continue to move the sticks. 4:17 to go in the second quarter. Eastern up by 7. Highland was knocking on the door before some confusion there. First and 10 for Eastern. Carreri. Play action. Pressure in his face. Unable to get there as the ball is dropped. It was a little bit of a low throw from Carreri. It looks like Cook and Brockenborough were in there in Carreri's face, and call it second and 10.
Zion jumped right into that receiver's line of vision. So you would think that the receiver on that play lost the ball, which is what resulted in the drop. It's a tough catch, but usually a catch that would be made. So I'm going to credit Zion with the play there.
And rightly so, he had to go down to a knee. So even if he caught it, it would have probably been a loss. So maybe better for Eastern that he didn't. A run right up the middle, right into a couple of guys. The initial hit, it was Livingston, as well as Cook, who comes up limping just a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on him. But Micah Cook been another impact player here as we'll keep you updated on the injuries, but Julio Hernandez is yet to move from the bench, so possibly a big loss there. Throw is out to number 3, Max Cutler. And he got about halfway there. So on a third down play, actually ended up pretty good for the Vikings because now they're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Biggest play of the game up to this point. Highland needs to find a way to get a stop here and keep this game within a score.
4th and 5. Biggest play of the game so far. Snaps low. Good recovery by Carreri. Passes out to the flat. It's caught by Max Cutler, who got the first down. Carreri recovers after the bad snap and gets the first down. The Vikings will move the chains.
Highland lost the battle, but they've yet to lose the war. Eastern still has about 10 yards to go to pick up this touchdown. Highland still has an opportunity to find a way to get a stop.
3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Highland in desperate need of a stop. Some late personnel changes here. Carreri will roll to his left. Fires, and it's a catch. A missed tackle. Another missed tackle. Rose is still going, nearing the first down marker. The late hit came from Butts, and it'll be second and very short with 2:40 to go. So call it second and 1 for Carreri and company. Carreri, handoff. Just kidding. Play action. He overthrew him. He was looking for Wes Davis. Pulled us up here in the booth as well. Solid play action from Carreri, and it's 3rd and short.
That was a great call there. By Colin, not Eastern. But
I think it was the right design by Eastern. Just a little bit of an overthrown there by Carreri. Davis seemed to have some space out in front, but I'll be very surprised if they didn't go right back to Cutler. He's been their guy all year. They line up in the shotgun like always, and they do. Cutler bouncing it to the outside, broken tackle, and Cutler is in. Eastern touchdown, his second of the game.
Highland needs to find an answer for Cutler at the break. But more importantly, Highland needs to try to get on the board here before halftime. It's going to be a very hard battle to climb out of if they go into halftime down 2 scores with Eastern getting the ball after the break as well.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. 2:07 to go after that touchdown. It's 19-6. It looks like they're going to stay out there. Carreri and Cutler, they're going to go for 2 to try to make this a full 15-point game. Pass to the outside. It's incomplete. And it was dropped by by Rosa. Vincent Rosa has been Carreri's #1 target so far today, and just like that, the door is reopened for Highland. It's a 13-point game. So Highland will get the ball back. It's a big drive here for the Tartans. We'll see who they decide to go with on the offensive side of the ball. Capra and Taus in front, battling it out all this week. As Eastern will get ready to kick off, we are approaching halftime here. During halftime, stick around. We have the Tiny Tartans performance for the cheerleaders. It happens once a year, as well as the Highland Hall of Fame night, where they will induct 9 new Highland athletes in 2025. Our excellent PA announcer, Mr. Colby Winfield, you'll be hearing from him as we'll step aside during the half and take a break, but the kick is away for Summers. It's a low squibbling kick again, right to Shando, who just goes down, and with 2:05 to go, here comes Highland once again, and we'll see who they decide to go with. It's been kind of a mix of Taus in front and Capra, and it looks like they're going to be going back to Capra to at least start this drive.
Now, that kick looked more like an onside. That one had a little bit more dribble to it, but Highland does a good job jumping on it, and they have pretty good field position to start.
It was Chando once again. The third time a Chando has recovered an onside, or quote-unquote onside kick. We'll just say kick for specific reasons. But Lucas Chando's second straight special teams play. Part of that hands team, the sophomore. But Capper will check back in. He had the touchdown drive in the first quarter. Gets it out to Sharon Hicks, who makes the catch and goes out of bounds. The clock will run, they're saying, as Hicks, I guess, did not get out of bounds, or maybe he didn't have forward progress. They'll go no huddle now. Capper waiting for a play. Livingston to his left. Capra back to throw. Has time. Looking deep. Looking for Hicks. Capro's just out of bounds. Hicks had a slight edge. Good coverage there from Keenan Clymer. Excuse me. And it'll be 3rd and short here for Highland on their side of the ball. And now we will await the 3rd and 5 is the mark. It did say 3rd and 4. I guess they're saying 3rd and a long 4 yards. We'll just call it 3rd and 5. Capra will roll out. Blitz comes. Capra on the run, looking for his man. It's off the hands of Javon Livingston. Capra put it right there. Unable to come up with it. And with 1:29 to go, it'll be interesting to see what Highland does here. But if they punt it, the Vikings are going to have a chance to go down and score once again, and they will.
I talked about the possibility of Highland not scoring and letting Eastern go up 2 scores going into half. I didn't even think about the threat of Eastern going up 3, and that's a place where Highland does not want to be. That's a place where it's very hard to come out of.
Especially with Eastern getting the ball at the half, the Highland defense is going to need to step up here. Rambo ready to punt. Clymer back to receive. He's had a couple of good kickoff returns. This Eastern specials team has been getting to Rambo all night tonight. Snap is high. Here they come. He gets the kick away just in time once again. It takes a Eastern bounce. Now comes back Highland's way and picked up by Cook at the 39. So decent job by Rambo. Eastern will take over on their own 39 with 1:18 to go and all 3 timeouts. The once-a-year event of the Tiny Tartans, as well as the Hall of Fame night for Highland. We have both 2-for-1 special during halftime here at Highland. Eastern 19, Highland 6. Highland football on Tartan TV. The final regular season broadcast of the year for us. Carreri's going deep on the first play. Lynch on coverage. It's knocked away by Lynch and then brought back in Terry Cook. What a catch!
That catch was insane.
Top 10 play right there.
He bobbled it. Mr. Varga voicing his opinion on the play. Just coming in the booth real quick. Lynch was there on the coverage. He got the deflection, but Cook with enough consciousness to recover and get the tipped pass.
That was covered perfectly. There was nothing more you could ask out of Highland defense. That was just a great throw and an even better catch.
Carreri back to throw, gets around it, now gets it out. It's Cook again in the open field. A good tackle there by Highland. It was Mark Cruz Camacho. And now a timeout here for Eastern with 51.9 seconds to go. I can't believe that catch by Terry Cook. My goodness.
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless.
Bashir Lynch on the coverage, the sophomore cornerback, getting that opportunity with Greg Wright being out, those freshman safety.
Cook's been great all year, and he comes up big again for Eastern. Knocking on the door now inside the 20. Nearly inside the 10 at that.
And as you called him earlier this week when we were talking about it, Terry Cook playing that almost Travis Hunter kind of player for the Eastern Vikings. Obviously, we talked about he's a threat on each side. He has 7 touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball this year, including 4 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. And he now has an interception tonight, making it 5. And now his first big play of the night we just saw.
He also has a pick 6, so that's 8 total touchdowns on the year.
Correct. We'll see if he can make it 9 on this drive. For Highland's sake, we hope not. The pass is caught. It's Terry Cook. Right on cue, a touchdown pass. And Eastern has gone up by 3 scores with 46.7 to go before halftime.
His offense is just so hard to stop. So many guys that can kill you, and Terry Cook does it that time.
Eastern going up big early on here. As Highland went up early, but no response from the defense so far. 46.7 to go. Summers ready to kick as his first extra point was good. His second was blocked. And the third is right through the uprights. And good. And 46.7 to go for the Eastern Vikings. It's a 26-7 lead. As we were looking to get a stop when it was 13-6 and turn around, and it's a 3 touchdown game now.
We knew this would be a tough matchup for Highland, and up to this point, I don't even think they've played bad. Eastern is just such a good team, so hard to stop. So many great players, coached very well, very disciplined. They don't commit a lot of penalties. That's what I meant by that, but they just do a lot of things right, and they're a hard team to stop.
As Eastern is ready to kick off, Summers will get ready to go. As the Highland offensive struggles continue, Capper had the first touchdown drive, and then since then it's been nothing. It was tight and gray on the reception in the first quarter, but ever since then, nothing doing. Returned here, it is Davion Parker, who was hit hard up across the 30-yard line. Call it right there. And here comes Elijah Capper on the Highland offense once again. We've seen both quarterbacks a couple times tonight playing that kind of dual threat. As the only other quarterback active on the roster tonight, Cole Dempsey, the freshman. But based off of what Coach Jason Handy has told us, it sounds like Towns in front of Capper are the only 2 in the plans. Livingston to the right of Elijah Capra. And for his third drive, Towns in front empty on his 2 drives in the first half. He's back to throw. He's just going to air it out. He's looking for his man. It's a decent throw for Parker. Just out of his reach. Good coverage there by Eastern. It was Rosa doing it all tonight. 36.7 to go, and now we'll see if Highland even attempts anything with 2 timeouts to go.
There's about 4 players on this Eastern team who you could make a case for that says doing it all tonight, which really shows how this game has went so far.
Yeah, I would say Rosa, Cutler, Cook, and Carreri, right, have all been excellent tonight for the Vikings. Carreri obviously on offense, but Rosa and Cook on defense as well. I mean, it's been very good all around, and with 36.5 to go, Eastern's going to take a heavy lead into halftime. Capper's back to throw. He has time. He's looking for Hicks. Being pushed. Hicks trying to go get it. As, once again, Clymer on the coverage. Quite a bit of grabbing and pushing there on Hicks, but no flag. 31.2 to go. And once again, Highland's in a position where they might give Eastern the ball back.
Yeah, Eastern got away with one there. Very handsy coverage there. Highland wanted a flag. Yeah, you might want to keep this one on the ground here. You don't really want to give Eastern the ball back here.
Some unhappy fans coming from the Highland sides. 31.2 to go. 26-6. Vikings up by 20. Capra in his face, fires, it's incomplete. He was looking for Parker. The throw was slightly behind him. Giltai on the coverage, excuse me, and 25.3 to go. Here comes Rambo and a win and in kind of game for the Tartans. It hasn't been going their way so far.
You need a good punt here from Rambo. This has to be 30 yards plus, or else Eastern's knocking on the door again.
Rambo ready to punt. 25.3 to go. They're going to need a good one. Rambo with a run-up. I believe it was tipped as it takes a Highland bounce, of course, falling on. That was 46. Chris. And now Highland will send their defense out in hopes to stop the Vikings offense before halftime, as this game could get to that blowout mark very quickly here.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago I was saying you want to keep this within 2 scores. Then it got to 3 scores, and now we're talking about potentially going up 4 scores for Eastern going in the half.
Schlitzting on the recovery. Carreri back to throw. Here comes pressure. He's thrown down. Micah Cook gets another sack. The sophomore continues his excellent season. And with 9.7 an Eastern timeout. And now an injury here, and it's Brockenborough grabbing that right heel, and he seems to be in a lot of pain. And that's certainly not what you want to see, especially out of your senior captain, your star linebacker, as things are not going in Highland's way so far tonight. 9.7 to go. We're almost at that halftime mark. Eastern's up by 20. We'll step aside for a moment from Blackwood. As we welcome you back, Brockenborough was able to get off on his own power, but Back to throw is Eastern, and a flag flies. Carreri unable to get anything going here before the whistle blows. I believe it's a false start, so we might just see a last-second throw up here for Eastern. And we had a timeout before the play, so no flag. I believe they were right against that game clock, but it looks like the Vikings got the timeout off. Leonel Bolin, at the helm for the Vikings, entering his 5th season at Eastern, and has been nothing shy of excellent as the Vikings head coach. 2 seconds on the game clock before halftime. I believe they're going to put back a little bit of time due to the false start penalty, but we'll see. 26-6. Highland trails by 20 in a win and in scenario. As a night where they needed a win to clinch, and a loss would mean they would need some help from some South Jersey schools, but Carreri's back to throw. One last play before the end of the half. He's just going to take off, and a broken tackle. Carreri's finally brought down. 2 Highland players went heavily into each other. Carreri's brought down. That'll send us to the half. Chando on the final tackle, and Eastern will take a 26-6 lead into the half. The sights at Blackwood on this Friday night, the last Friday Night Lights game of the regular season. As we will step aside for a moment, but don't go anywhere, as we will bring you right back for the Tiny Tartans performance, as well as the Hall of Fame ceremonies at Highland during halftime. From Colin Morris and Caden Corsi, Eastern up by 20. We'll see you in the second half.
Welcome again to Highland High School for tonight's Hall of Fame inductions. Our first recipient, Jeremy Franks, class of 1991. Jeremy Franks graduated in 91 and with a three-sport star in cross-country, winter track, and outdoor track in his junior year. Jeremy was one of the top distance runners in South Jersey. He would be named to the All-Conference, All-Group, and All-South Jersey teams. As the captain of the cross-country team, he would lead his team to one of the greatest seasons in Highland history. The Tartan runners, led by Jerry, would win the South Jersey Open, and in so doing so, upset the number one team in the state, Paul 6. They would go on to win the Group 3 sectional meet with a record score of 23 points and then win the state championship the following week. That year, the team was ranked 4th on the East Coast. In his senior year, Jeremy would have another great season. He won the Camden County Championship with a new course record of 15:34 for the 3.1-mile course. He had two more great races on the sectionals and conference meets and then capped off his season by winning the Group 4 state championship. For his efforts, he was once again named to the All-Conference and All-South Jersey teams and was also named first team All-State. Jeremy accepted a scholarship to nationally ranked Brevard Junior College in North Carolina. There he was one of the top runners on one of the top teams in the country. He graduated from Brevard in 1993, then transferred to the University of Montana, where he once again was one of their top runners. Our next recipient, Joseph Grisco, class of 2009. Joey Grisco is a 4-year varsity letter winner in both football and wrestling. In football, Joey was an all-conference player who led his team in tackles during his junior and senior year. Joey etched his name in Highland's prestigious wrestling history by setting the school record with 135 wins, the most in program history. His dominance on the mat earned him 3 Hatboro Horsham winter titles and 1 Long Branch winter title, along with 3 District 30 championships, 3 Tri-County Conference titles, 3 Regional 8 finals appearances, a Region 8 championship his senior year, and 2 state tournament placements, highlighted as a runner-up finishing his senior year. On the national stage, Joey showcased his elite talent by placing at the Beast of the East tournament at the University of Delaware. He followed that with a 4th place finish at the Senior Nationals, earning high school All-American honors. Joey continued his wrestling career at the collegiate level on a full scholarship to Newberry College, a Division II powerhouse. There, he was a 2-time national qualifier and achieved All-American status in 2013. Joey's legacy is defined by relentless work ethic, competitive excellence, and a commitment to raising the standards both on and off the mat. His contributions have led to a lasting impact on Highland High School, his teammates, and the South Jersey wrestling community. Our next one, Chris Henderson, class of 1970. Chris exemplifies the spirit of Highland High School athletics during a transformative era for girls' sports. As a 3-sport varsity athlete, earning 11 varsity letters throughout her high school career, she competed in field hockey, basketball, softball with unwavering dedication and leadership. She served as captain of the basketball team her junior year and was honored by her peers as most athletic in her graduating class. Her dedication to advancing girls' athletics was evident through her 4-year involvement in the Girls Athletic Association, where she held key leadership roles, serving as the treasurer, vice president, and ultimately president her senior year, advocating for greater recognition and opportunities for female athletes. She also participated in the one-act play productions during her freshman and senior years, served on the student council as a junior, and was a member of the prestigious Black Watch paper during her junior year, demonstrating a well-rounded commitment to school life. Chris continued her passion for athletics well beyond high school, coaching her daughters and other young athletes in softball for 10 or more years. Her mentorship and dedication helped instill the values of teamwork, perseverance, and fair play in the next generation. As she often embodied, sportsmanship is not just about winning, it's about respect, effort, and the way you carry yourself when no one is watching. Chris's legacy not only continues to inspire throughout the years, and her induction into the Athletic Hall of Fame honors a trailblazer whose impact still resonates with all that know her. Number 4, next up, we got Robert Knight III, class of 1996. Rob's journey to success is a story of hard work and determination and perseverance. By his sophomore year, he was competing at the varsity level. He contributed on defense and special teams for the football team and earned back-to-back varsity letters in indoor and outdoor track and field. During that outdoor season, he was one of the top sprinters in the team, competing in the 100 and 200-meter dash and helped the Tartans win the conference title. In his junior year, Rob started for the Tartans football team at fullback and defensive end. Midway through the season, the coaches moved him to tailback and kick returner, a change that allowed him to make a significant impact on offense and special teams. His performance earned him first-team all-conference honors as a running back in spring track that year. He was the team's top shot putter and performed strongly in spring events. As a senior, Rob was a preseason All-South Jersey selection for football. Despite a growing injury in preseason, he rushed for over 100 yards in most games and scored multiple touchdowns. Even after suffering a high ankle sprain in his final game, he helped secure the winning touchdown. That year, he earned multiple Player of the Week honors, receiving the Brooks Irvine Award, the Marine Corps Scholar Athlete Award, and was again selected first team All-Conference. He also played in the Blue Gold Rotary Bowl, gaining significant yards and scoring a touchdown. Rob's achievements earned him a full scholarship to Mississippi State University. At Mississippi State, Rob majored in business administration with a minor in fitness management and played in a highly competitive Southeastern Conference under Coach Jackie Sherrill. He led it all 4 years, contributing on special teams and on defense. In his early years, he blocked multiple punts and gradually earned significant playing time on defense. An injury during his third year led to a medical redshirt, though his team went on to win the SEC Western Division and compete in the Cotton Bowl. Returning from injury, Rob became a key member of the Bulldog defense, playing outside linebacker and defensive end on a nationally ranked unit. His team finished with a record of 10-2, including a Peach Bowl victory over Clemson University. In his fifth-year senior season, he remained a defensive standout, consistently recording strong tackling numbers and contributing to the team's 8-4 record, including an Independence Bowl win over Texas A&M University. Throughout his high school and college careers, Rob's dedication, versatility, and leadership on the field were evident. His combination of athletic talent, work ethic, and determination were not only brought personal accolades, but also helped his team achieve success at every level. Next up, we have Ariana McKinney, Freddie, class of 2005. Ariana McKinney graduated from Highland in 2005 following a stellar career in track and cross country. She entered Highland as an accomplished sprinter and long jumper from middle school, but her path took a sharp turn during her freshman year. During the 2002 track season, she ran a half-mile race at the end of the season and won. That race would define the remainder of her career. In the sophomore year, she joined the cross-country team and earned all conference honors in just her second year as a distance runner. Ariana became one of the top runners in South Jersey. She captured both the Camden County and Tri-County Conference Championship, leading her team to an overall title in both meets. Ariana went on to finish second in the Group 3 sectional, second in the Group 3 state championship, and second in the state meet of champions, each time to the same runner. For her outstanding performances, she was named first team All-State. In her senior year, Ariana once again won the Camden County meet, setting a new course record. She also won the Tri-County Championship and helped her team secure another team title. She finished second on the meet in the championships with a second consecutive year, earning All-State honors once again. In track, Ariana finished second on the meet of the champions in 3,200 meter. She anchored the distance medley relay team in a sixth-place finish at the Indoor Nationals, earning All-American status. During the outdoor season, she anchored the sprint medley relay that placed seventh in the nation. In 2005, Ariana was named the Gatorade Athlete of the Year of New Jersey. Ariana accepted a scholarship to the University of Texas, where she became one of the team's top distance runners. She continues to reside in Texas with her husband and children. Next up, we have Grace Smith-Morrow, class of 1985. Grace came to Highland High School as a gymnast with 8 years of experience, but never competed in diving. Under the guidance of Coach Jim Smith, she quickly made her mark diving for Highland all 4 years of her high school career. She earned varsity letters each year, competing in the 1-meter springboard and qualified for the South Jersey Swim League Championship, placing in the finals top 6 every year. Grace also qualified for the New Jersey State Championship during her sophomore year and senior year, and she currently holds Highland High School diving record, a mark that has stood for over 40 years. Since 1985, she is selected as a team captain during her junior and senior year, and her leadership fostered a strong bond among the divers, helping Highland sweep the diving events in dual meets. Following high school, Grace continued her involvement in the sport as a diving coach for swim clubs in Gloucester City and Cherry Hill. She competed at Montclair State University in both 1-meter and 3-meter diving events, and later coached diving at Triton High School. Grace epitomizes a true competitor and leader. The Highland swim community proudly celebrates her selection to the Highland High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Next, we have Bill Collins, coach. Bill Collins graduated from Highland High School in 1970, where he excelled in 3 sports, cross country, basketball, and track, earning 7 varsity letters. He played on Highland's first conference championship basketball team, served as a captain of the cross country team, set the school record in the mile, and earned all conference and all county honors in track and field. He also ran on the South Jersey Championship 4x880 relay team. In 1976, Bill returned to Highland as an assistant coach under Dave James for the track and cross-country teams in 1980. He became head coach. Several years later, he took over as head cross-country coach, continuing the program's success established by his close friend and former coach, Dave James. During his tenure as head coach, Bill amassed a record of 300 wins against 43 losses, including 10 undefeated seasons and a streak of 30 straight wins. His team qualified for the state championship every year except one, ranked in the top 20 in the state 9 times. In the top 10, 6 times, Highland won 5 sectional championships and 2 state titles, consistently ranking in South Jersey's 25. Individually, Highland produced the most South Jersey qualifiers for the Foot Locker National Qualification. The Courier Post named Highlands Cross Country the number 2 program of the century, and Bill was voted Coach of the Year 3 times. In track, Bill's teams never had a losing record, achieved 6 undefeated seasons, and posted a 6-year winning streak of 55 consecutive meets. They ranked in South Jersey's top 20 polls every year except 2. Highland Track was named number 4 track program of the century by the Courier Post, and Bill earned Coach of the Year honors twice. For Bill, the most rewarding part of the coaching has been the relationship with athletes and fellow coaches. While there are too many athletes to name, countless students have left lasting impressions on his life. Coaching also forged enduring friendships, including his mentor and best friend, Dave James, successor Bob Wagner, former teammate and colleague Ed McGowan. Bill expresses deep gratitude to these friends as well as to the administrators and athletic directors who consistently supported Highland programs. Next up, Judy Gore, contributor. Gore's legacy at Highland High School is woven into the very fabric of the athletic tradition. A tireless supporter, devoted volunteer, and unwavering advocate for student athletes, Judy's impact extended far beyond the sidelines. For decades, she poured her heart into the wrestling, football, and baseball programs. Whether organizing team events, running fundraisers, or offering encouragement from the stands, she was always there. Her dedication was not just about sports, it was about people. Judy had a remarkable ability to connect with athletes, coaches, and parents alike, creating a sense of community and pride that uplifted every team she touched. Her support helped shape the culture of Highland athletics, teaching generations the value of hard work, sportsmanship, and school spirit. Though she is no longer with us, Judy Gore's presence is still felt. Her legacy lives on in the lives of the athletes she cheered for, the programs she strengthened, and the traditions of excellence she helped build. With deep gratitude and admiration, we proudly honor Judy Gore with her induction into the Highland High School Athletic Hall of Fame, the class of 2025. And finally, the 1994 boys cross-country team. The 1994 state championship cross-country team was 3 years in the making. The group of runners, Nick Nagor, Jay Wassel, Brian Bernardo, Jason Simon, Mike O'Neill, Jabbar Moore, entered Highland and a highly touted class. Combined with upperclassmen Joel Priestley and Mike Clark, along with twin underclassmen Kevin and Kyle Connor, the outlook for success was outstanding. The team had captured the South Jersey Group 4 sectional title in 1993, but faltered at the state meet. Determined not to let history repeat itself, they put in countless miles over the summer, united by one goal, to win the state championship. In 1994, season was nothing short of dominant. The Tartans were undefeated in dual meets and claimed the conference championship. At the Kiwanis Invitational, they won easily, defeating the field by over 50 points, and had the top 2 finishers in Naguir and Wassel. In their first major test of the season, the South Jersey Open, Highland again dominated, beating the next closest team, Cherokee, by 48 points. It was the Group 4 sectionals that the team's greatness became undeniable. The Tartans placed 6 runners in the top 16 of the 126 competitors for 18 of South Jersey's largest schools. They also took first and second place individually, posting one of the lowest team scores in meet history and winning by 47 points. Carrying that momentum into the state championship meet, Highland defeated the 3rd-ranked team in New Jersey, Westfield, by 25 points. The team was led by all-state runners Jay Wassel, Nick Nagor, followed by Brian Bernardo, Kyle Connor, Mike Clark, Kevin Connor, and Jason Simon. The Tartans finished the season ranked number 3 in the state and 16 in the Northeast region, cementing their legacy as one of the greatest teams in Highland history. Another round of applause for all our Highland inductees, family and friends, and those who've come to support them. Congratulations. Job well done.
As we welcome you back to Highland Regional High School, Blackwood, New Jersey. We're bringing you coverage of Highland football on Tartan TV. Right now, Eastern 26, Highland 6. We have about a minute 30 until we are back with second half coverage. And so far right now, as you're looking at the the scene at Highland here on Friday night. The last regular season game here for the Tartans. And so far, Caden, it's going to be an uphill battle here for Highland.
Yeah, it by itself is already a tough battle, but losing 3 very important players is going to help. Zion went down at the end of the half. Julio went down towards the end of the half, and Amir went down earlier. So those are 3 very important players for Highland, and it's already a very tough task, and without them, it's going to be even harder.
And the thing that was building up so much throughout the week for Highland is that quarterback competition. Elijah Capra, Mount Townsend front, competing for that QB1 position, and right now, both aren't playing up to what we know they can.
I think that means we should add a 3rd quarterback into the mix, and Cole Dempsey. Maybe that's the answer.
Well, we'll see. Whatever they decide to do here at the quarterback position, we'll see who starts in the second half. Capra has taken most of the snaps. Townsend front got himself a couple drives as well, but nothing doing for this Highland offense since that first drive score. So we will step aside for one moment. Highland will be kicking off the ball to start the second half. 24 minutes of football left in the 2025 regular season, and it's only on Tartan TV. As we welcome you back to Highland, Dawson Rambo getting ready to kick this one away for the Tartans. Eastern will receive a big second half here for the Tartans. 24 minutes of football left in the 2025 regular season, and it starts right now as Rambo's kick will roll out of bounds at about the 4-yard line, and we're going to be redoing this one. The first time we've seen Rambo do that in a Tartan uniform. So it'll be interesting to see now what happens here, if it's going to be Townsend front or Capra at the helm to start the second half. Both have had their fair share. It's been pretty even.
And they're both warming up on the sideline.
So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here. So a little update on some of the injured guys. Amir Bussey will stay on the sideline, as it seems that he will be a vital part in the rest of this game. However, we have yet to see Julio Hernandez, which makes you think that he has been ruled out for the rest of the game. Obviously dealing with that right ankle injury, as he was down for quite a while there, but it'll be interesting to see the development here in the offensive line. Obviously, Elijah Ortiz ready to step in as Rambo's kick is another one out of bounds and having some trouble here to start the half. The Tartans trying to just get this ball in bounds.
As we go to the kicker cam once again. Not the best time for that, probably.
And not the amount of times you want to see the kicker on a kickoff, 3 times now, but we will once again try again as Rambo looks to get it in bounds. The ball continues to back up, and third time's the charm here.
I was about to say that. Beat me to it.
Sophomore kicker in his first year with the Tartans, the former soccer player, that is. And here we go. Rambo's kick for the third time is away, and it's right down the middle. And taken in by Cook. Cook coming back towards the middle of the field. Cook with a block. Terry Cook, Rambo there. He won't get him. And just like that, Terry Cook, add another one to your stat line, son. A kick return touchdown.
So you can't imagine that's the start you wanted if you're Highland.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory. However, Terry Cook, I mean, we talked about how he can do it on offense, he can do it on defense,
And special teams.
and he can also do it on special teams, apparently.
Really just an unstoppable player. Highland's yet to have an answer for him. And I don't think they will for the rest of this game.
As you would have hoped, they would have made that adjustment at halftime, but nothing to show so far. Summers will get ready to kick the extra point. 32-6 Eastern lead. As Eastern is quickly approaching that mercy rule mark where the clock will continue to run. The kick is away, and it is good. Summers missed his second. He's made 3 tonight, though. And now Highland, sooner than they thought, will get the ball back as now trailing by 28.
That doesn't seem like good math there, Colin. But do you want to try that again? Colin's now pulling up a calculator.
There. As Highland will get ready to receive this one. A correction on my math. I mean, there's a reason I'm in the booth and not in a math classroom. If there's any defense to that. But Highland ready to go to receive this kickoff. Last time it was received by Davion Parker, but most of the time it's been Gray and Bussy, but Bussy's still fighting that injury. Looks like it will be Parker and Gray, so both of them back there. Parker most of the time on the punt returns. As the Eastern sideline celebrating a heavy lead. As the kick is low and dropped by Lynch. And I believe he got it back. So it's Bashir Lynch on the hands team. Recovers, and Highland will, as a good sideline shot there. Our camera guys obviously doing an excellent job through the hot and the cold. I mean, we were sweating this time just about a month and a half ago when Highland hosted the Winslow Eagles on that Thursday night. It was warm, it was sunny, it was lighter out later, and now it's the second half, and we are pitch black here in Blackwood, and some of our camera guys I know are quite cold on the outside, so we appreciate their hard work tonight. Nathan and Cena down on the sideline, Joe Madden, Cole Welker up top, everyone doing an excellent job all around the crew. It's a handoff to Livingston once again, and he's going
ball's
to
on the ground.
Get there, and now they're saying the ball came out, and they're going to say Livingston was down. And now we have multiple players on the turf for Highland. Livingston's the first one, and there was a lineman slow to get up. It's, I believe, McConnell trying to get up, and he does now. Jogging over to the sideline. And now we will await to see what McConnell's problem was. Livingston was also slow to get up. I'm not sure if that was just the wind knocked out of him or what, but they're saying he may have fumbled, so that could partially be it.
Jamison Aston checked in for the injured Mike McConnell.
The sophomore. The big guy, too, listed at 6'4". As Capra is back to throw, he fires. It's caught by Javon Livingston. He's hit immediately, fighting through a couple guys as it was Rosa and Elliott to combine on the tackle. Two guys who have been very solid on this defense all year. Rosa obviously been the leading target tonight for Carreri, and then James Elliott being another guy in the middle of the field. Been dealing with some injuries in 2025, but the sophomore back out there tonight in Blackwood. Capra is going to wind up and throw, looking for a man, and it's intercepted by Eastern. And right on cue, Vincent Rosa gets the interception. The intended receiver was Titan Gray, and he comes up limping as well. And now the Eastern offense will head back out onto the field, and Capra turns the ball over.
Don't get me wrong, Eastern's entire team has been playing excellent tonight, but like we said earlier, it's really these four guys really killing the Tartans, and Rosa, Cook, Cutler, and Carreri. So, Highland yet to find an answer, and at this point, I don't know if they will.
As it's getting to that point, 9:01 to go in the third, as we will await the injury timeout. It's the wide receiver Titan Gray down, as he got up and then went right back down, which is not a good sign. He's been the number one so far this year, leading the team in receiving touchdowns, that is, and he will be looking at by our medical staff, and we will take a break here. Eastern 33, Highland 6, 9:01 to go. We will step aside. Eastern ball. As we welcome you back to Highland, Titan Gray being helped off the field there, as that's another not great sign. Can't even put pressure on that ankle. Gray has been so excellent all year for the Highland Tartans in the receiving game, and just another big loss there for the Tartans.
That's the fourth or fifth injury on the night to another very important guy. Just hits keep on coming for this Highland team.
Another unfortunate scene there, and now Carreri and the Vikings ready to go. It's a handoff to Cutler, and he's dropped right away. Micah Cook, Brockenborough, who was checked back in on the tackle. Second down. We'd like to extend our appreciation to our PA announcer, Mr. Colby Winfield, for his Hall of Fame ceremony, as he was kind enough to put on a microphone for us and do that so the viewers at home could witness that. Tons of legendary and excellent Highland athletes and students during their tenure at Highland. This pass is out to Wood, who gets a decent amount of yardage. He got just a little bit over halfway there. It'll be third and short, as with 8 minutes to go, Highland will look to make a stop here, something they haven't been able to do too much tonight. As Carreri will line up with Cutler to his right. 3rd and 4 is the spot. He's back to throw. Pass is caught, I believe. It was Wood. Did he get the first down? I believe he got there.
If this is ruled a first down, that was an excellent play by the receiver there. Caught the ball, and as he falls, he extends the ball past the first down, the gain, and the ref signal that is a first down.
It was Zach Wood, the senior, mainly known for his play on defense, the tall linebacker. Also listed as the tight end, and obviously used as the tight end there. First down, Eastern. Play action for Wood, right on cue. It's Cutler to the outside. Looking for a block, a good block there from Cook, and Cutler's still going. Looked like he was going out of bounds, tiptoes his way in, and gets more yardage. As now we have a timeout, and it looks like a cramp. Trying to see who that is. It might be Brockenborough again. He's been dealing with that, something on that right leg, maybe that hamstring. He's been dealing with it for a couple of weeks. The initial injury was in Runnymede when they played the Triton Mustangs, and it was Brockenborough, so he will have to come out for a play anyway. He continues to get as Brockenborough will check back in. I don't believe he would be allowed to play the snap because he was the one injured. But we'll see. Livingston checks out. As we all know, Mr. Gavin Orr, one of the guys most appreciated at Highland, the athletic trainer, he's been busy tonight, unfortunately. Plenty of Tartans, injured players. Obviously, he's been bouncing around from soccer game to field hockey earlier. As it's a little bit of a jet sweep to Rosa. Rosa gets a block. He's going to get the first down or close to it. We'll see where the spot is. And we'll await the signal. And now they're going to say he didn't get there. So I guess they're going to say he's a couple inches short. And now they're going to say it is a first down. So a little bit of hesitation. Here comes Brockenborough limping off to the sideline, continuing to deal with that hamstring problem.
The way he walked off was not very promising there.
No, it was not. That was excellently said. Brockenborough not looking the greatest. It's a handoff up the middle. It's a new running back. Braden Dove, another guy known for being in that linebacker room. Also listed as a tight end, which is interesting that he got a carry there, but a first down run, a good one for Dove. It's a second and short here for the Eastern offense. Carreri, handoff to the back, who is dropped almost immediately. He maybe got a couple yards. And it'll be third and very short, and another chance for Eastern here as more whistles fly and more injured players for Highland.
Seems like new play, same result. Productive Eastern play, leaving a Tartan injured. Unfortunately, we have had to say that many times tonight. And the reoccurring theme continues.
And it doesn't matter how bad you're losing or how much you're winning by. It's absolutely never anything you want to see on either side of the ball for either squad. So Eastern has obviously been a little more fortunate tonight with their injuries, but Highland getting the rough of it, and we will wait to see who the player is. But not quite the outcome we were hoping for at Highland tonight. 33-6 Eastern lead. 5:53 to go in the third quarter, as the Tartans in a win and in scenario tonight for the playoff picture. It's going to take some kind of comeback to make that happen. However, it does not mean their season is over. With some help with some rivaling from neighboring schools, including Cumberland, Hamilton, and various other South Jersey football programs, the Highland Tartans with a chance to still get in the playoffs even after the loss tonight. It was Javon Livingston, one of the two Livingston brothers, as he has had one excellent senior year, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Has done it on the offensive side of the ball too, but 2 sacks last week. Someone that you know that the Eastern Vikings were looking out for in the film room this week.
Even though a comeback at this point is probably improbable for the Tartans, you still want to play with some fire, play with some hope, because there is a chance this is the last game a lot of these seniors on these Tartans play, so you want to make the most for them.
Last game at home, that is. In the last game of the regular season, Carreri, handoff up the middle. He is hit right away by not Chando. It was Chando, sorry. As I believe they're going to get to the first down marker. We have another injured player. Trying to see who that is. Chris Schlitting on the injury. As we will step aside for the injured player. Highland down big. As we welcome you back to Highland, the injured players helped off, and the defense will gain yet another replacement due to injury as the bad luck continues in Blackwood. 5:42 and running to go. Eastern 33, Highland 6. Colin Morris, Caden Corsi with you on Tartan TV. It's a handoff up the middle. Looking for a block, still breaking tackles, finally brought down. It was Elijah Ortiz on the tackle.
That was a great job up front by Eastern. It's hard to win football games when you're losing the battle of the line of scrimmage, and Eastern has dominated the line of scrimmage for most of the night tonight.
So there's Brockenborough and Daniels. An excellent shot there. The senior captain, the head coach. Everything aside from tonight, Coach Sean Daniels, after a 1-9 season in 2024, just doing all he can to turn around this program, and he has been absolutely excellent. Has a good run there from Joseph Gilsey, and it's a first down for Eastern. But as I was saying, Coach Sean Daniels doing everything he can to help this Highland team, and they've gotten to that 3-5 mark with a chance to go to the playoffs, and that chance is not over yet by any means. However, just someone that's always so ecstatic to be in the building, to be around the kids, and to build a football program somewhere, obviously Highland, his alma mater, and, coming back with his brother, and, just an excellent coaching staff. And he has really been excellent in his short time here, and just excited for what he can do in the future. As the running back is tripped, it is Guilty again. On first down, it's a gain of maybe a yard. So Carreri will get ready to go again. The motion man is Wood. It's a handoff. Up the middle, not much for Eastern as they continue to just run that clock out. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. As Brockenborough will check back in with Javon Livingston, so two guys that came out due to injury.
You took the words from my mouth there, Colin. This is a very slow-moving third quarter, but at the same time, Eastern's just trying to run this clock out here. And Highland can't really do much about it.
So far they haven't, but a third and long now. A chance to stop at Carreri. We'll check back in with Cutler to his right. Cooks with a one-on-one matchup there on the bottom of your screen with Parker. Carreri back to throw. Steps up, fires across the middle, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Zach Wood with the touchdown as an Eastern player is now down. That was number 51, Chris Crespo. Gets up limping a little bit, hoping just a cramp or something minor for him. As Eastern, with the touchdown, we may be coming back as I believe there was a flag. And there was, and a hold on Eastern. So Wood's touchdown is taken off the board. And Eastern will redo the play. So a touchdown taken away. .254 to go. 33-6 Eastern lead. It's a 3rd and 16. We'll see where the ball is marked. It looks like right around the 25. Carreri gets it out to Cutler, and it's dropped and incomplete. And now we'll see what Eastern decides to do on 4th and long.
You'd think Eastern would want to settle for 3 here. I can't imagine they're going to go for it. 16 yards out, up 27, but I've seen crazier things.
As it looks like the offense is going to stay on, you'd have to imagine this is out of the field goal range of Summers. Or it would be a very long one if that, and they're not going to attempt it. They're just going to try to go for it on 4th down. Here we go. 4th and 16. Carreri. Play action from Cutler. Here comes Cook. Carreri gets around it. Now another guy breaks another tackle. Carreri finally brought down by Bashir Lynch. A late flag comes in. We'll see what the call is. But for right now, Highland's going to get the ball.
Highland finally gaining some momentum with the stop there, but I could eat my words if this is on Highland. Defense running off the field, though.
Here comes the call from the crew chief. He will discuss with Coach Sean Daniels before making the call. And it looks like a helmet-to-helmet call for Eastern. That would have been a forced on the play, so they decided to decline. And Highland will get the ball. As out comes the Tartans. Elijah Capper back at the helm. Capper running out with Baker, the freshman running back. Baker's been showing some strong skills and strong performances at the junior varsity level this year. Getting his shot here in a blowout game in Blackwood. 2:38 to go in the third. Capper will go straight to Baker, and he runs right into a wall. Brought down immediately.
Like I said, hard to win games when you're losing the battle at the line of scrimmage. And same result there. Not much going for Baker.
For Eastern, Jacob Wolf, the junior, on the tackle for loss. It's 2nd down. As we had that shot from across the field, as you might have saw earlier, as well as the sideline cam that we've now incorporated, and we're making good strides here at Tartan TV. You see Hicks, Towles in front, and Livingston. Towles in front did a little bit of receiver over at Overbrook, too. As the play action out to Sharon Hicks, who is met right away, and Hicks is dropped. Marcus Neesmith on the initial hit. Looks like Rosa in to ensure the tackle, and it'll make it third and very difficult for Highland.
Is this fourth down range for Highland, or do you just take your losses and punt it?
I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see what they do on this play. If it's fourth and they're this backed up, then I'd have to imagine they would punt, as we are still not even in the fourth quarter yet. We still have just over 13 minutes of football left here and the rest of the 2025 regular season, as and a flag for Highland, and I believe they got the timeout off as the near official was signaling the play clock, and Capra and the offense unable to get a play off, as Coach Jason Handy just looking for any answer to this Eastern defense tonight.
We knew coming into this game, Eastern's a very hard defense to face, especially matchup-wise for this Highland team. Highland loves to run the football. If they're able to run it on all three downs, they will. And Eastern loves to load up the box. So that's just not a great matchup for Highland tonight.
As Highland ready to go after their timeout. That was their first of the half. Capra and company ready to go. Ball is spotted at the 14.5-yard line. Capra on third and long. Eastern shows blitz initially, now nothing. Capra under pressure, rolls out, just going to have to get rid of it. Now tripped from behind and sacked. Zach Wood continues his strong night. He had a touchdown taken off the board just a few moments ago, but gets his get back there with a sack, and it'll be fourth and very long, and here comes the punt team once again.
Eastern is very, very good at disguising their defenses. They started with 4 people on the line, brought a guy back, so Capra thought he was safe. Then 2 new guys came in, rushing 5, and eventually got tripped up, just completely throwing Capra off there. And that's just a tough play to face there.
Here we go. Rambo punting from the end zone once again, standing on that G in the Highland end zone, as the clock will expire on the third quarter. Highland and Eastern in a blowout game heading to the fourth quarter. The score 33, Eastern 6 for Highland. We'll be back with 12 more minutes of high school football as we will run down the rest of the 2025 South Jersey High School football season. Highland ready to punt from the other side of the field now. Rambo once again standing on the G, just on the other side of the field. And now we have a flag, and it looks like it's going to back up Highland a little bit more. Some Eastern players on the far side of the line pointing as it will back up the Tartans even further into their end zone, as Rambo has had to do this a couple times tonight.
Last time Rambo had a punt out of his end zone, didn't end up super well. Hopefully there's not a repeat there.
So backed up even further.
Even the return men are taking that into account, playing inside the 30.
So here's Rambo. As Clymer and Rosa back to receive. Rambo does get the punt away, but right to where the returners were. A quick block there from Rosa. Now Clymer is finally brought down inside the 15-yard line, and some whistles here, and it will be Eastern ball deep in their own territory, and Rambo got it away once again. Not the situation he hoped to be in a ton tonight, but here comes the Highland defense once again. The boys are battling and bruised, and right now it's crunch time, as in the fourth quarter of their final game of the regular season, it could be the last time some of these seniors step on this field, as you mentioned earlier, Kate.
Yeah, definitely not the way they wanted to go out, but just unfortunate they had to face a good team in their potential last game. They fought hard. It's just Eastern's a very good team.
And obviously some mistakes that could have been limited, but overall it's been the injury bug tonight for Highland. That's been tough for them, and really just no answer. It's a very high-powered Eastern offense, and kind of since that first drive of the game where Titan Gray scored from about 45 yards, give or take, it's been all the Vikings there. Towels in front, ready to go. Highland back on the offensive side of the ball, launching it deep for Lynch. It's over his head, incomplete. So I'm assuming must have been some kind of personal foul or flag or something that would have given Highland the ball back, considering Rambo just punted it away.
I totally missed that. I didn't even realize Highland had the ball again.
Something that must have been discussed very briefly with the refs, because all of a sudden we turn around and Towns in front is back on the field. We're getting confirmation it was a roughing the kicker call. We must have missed deep in that end zone. A tough angle from us from the booth. But Towns in front gets another shot behind center. Brockenborough lines up to his right. Second down. Towns in front back to throw. Good block from Brockenborough. Going deep once again. It's over his head. Second target for Lynch. Rosa on the coverage. Back there was also number 13, Terry Cook. And it's third down and long.
That's a throw that both quarterbacks have struggled to make throughout this game and really throughout the year. That streak down this sideline, it always seems to be just a few yards overthrown there. So, excuse me. But obviously too late in the year to really clean that up. But there's just a few of those throws that you wish you could have back, and maybe it would be a new game.
As Towns in front on third and long, looking for anything. 11:38 to go in the fourth. From the shotgun, Brockenborough to his left. Eastern shows blitz as they got him to jump, I believe. Waiting for a flag. Towns in front throws it as he got hit. It's way out of bounds. I don't know if there was a flag thrown or not. It doesn't appear there was. So now it'll just be fourth down, and Highland will once again send the punt team out. As the frustration continues for the Tartans offense. Rambo getting ready to punt once again. He started the fourth quarter, with a punt, and obviously had that roughing call. The snap is high. Rambo gets the kick away. No roughing there on that one. And the ball is dropped by Clymere, and we'll see who got it. And I believe Eastern got it back, and they did. So possibly the break Highland was looking for. They come up short. Colin Robinson down there to the first one to it. But nothing doing, and the Highland defense will make their way out there once again.
Like you were saying, this has been a very frustrating night for Highland, obviously, but they are playing really hard, and they've made Eastern work for everything that they've gotten. Just Eastern's a tough team to beat.
First down and 10 for Eastern. We will await their huddle as we'll see if we'll see who the quarterback is, if it's Carreri or someone else, and it looks like it's going to be someone else. Jaden Perez, the sophomore. Obviously, Carreri, the senior quarterback, so you'd have to assume Perez is next in line for the Eastern Vikings. But before we can get a playoff, we have a timeout. Eastern spends their first of the half. As for this timeout, we will step aside. Eastern has the ball in Highland territory. First down for Eastern. Ready to go with their second stringers now in the game. It's Perez. He will hand it off right to Bomariro, who on the far side got close to the first down marker. I believe he did get there. And Eastern will move the sticks immediately. A first down gain for the Vikings. It's the senior Borromeo. Eastern getting called outs from their coaches on the far side. Perez. Ready to go. Motion man is the tight end. Ball is off the helmet of the running back, Bormiro. As Eastern recovers. And it'll be second and long. As here we go, Perez ready to go once again for the Eastern offense. Second down and long. Motion man once again. Here's the snap. It's a handoff right away. Getting to the outside. And a big hit there from Shando. And it'll be third and long. 9:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Highland Football on Tartan TV. Colin Morris to my right is Caden Corsi. And we thank you for joining us here in Blackwood, the final regular season home game of the year for the Highland Tartans. looking to battle it out here towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter for Highland. 33-6 is the score. Perez calling out, and now we have flags and a delay of game on Eastern. So they'll back it up 5 more. It will remain third down as Carreri and the rest of the starting Vikings offense has made their way out of this game. While for Highland, the starting defense, most of them remain in the game. The ones that have not came out due to injury, that is, as that has certainly been a problem tonight. Perez rolls out to the right, fires on the run, left-handed, and it's completed. Let's see who to. As it'll be fourth down, and Eastern will send on the, I believe, the punt team. We got some personnel changes here. It looks like Terry Cook's just going to punt too, since he's done everything else tonight anyway. But Eastern will get ready to send this one away in Highland territory. Another flag. It's a false start on Eastern, so it'll make it a little bit of a longer punt for Terry Cook. Snap is away. It's a good bounce for Eastern. It's going to pin them inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line for Highland, and we'll see which quarterback it is this time out. Townsend front had the last drive. We'll see if Capper gets another shot. And we will
While we await the decision for the quarterback.
Highland ready to go. Townsend front. We'll continue at the helm. I'm looking over at the Highland sideline now as we waited, and I'm not seeing number 8. It's hard to tell from here, but Capper might have his jersey off, so possibly someone who might have got hit with the injury bug as well. And it's a handoff up the middle. Still going is Brockenborough, as they're just going to let him try to get it out of the end zone there.
You are right. That is Capper with his jersey off. Hard to believe that he's ever going to enter back into this game. And I want to talk about Terry Cook one more time. That was the best punt of the game coming from Eastern's wide receiver. He's done everything tonight. Return kicks, punt kicks, catch the ball, deflect the ball. He's one of a kind. He really is.
Cook has been excellent all night for the Vikings, and I mean, we knew this coming in, but nonetheless, we've seen it on full display here in Blackwood. Townsend front in the backfield. And it's a handoff up the middle. Looking to break a tackle is Baker, and gets next to nothing. Might have lost a yard or two. And it'll be third down. For Highland, Townsend front with Baker to his left. Livingston out there along with Hicks, Parker. As Townsend front will roll out, he's hit as he's moving and finally brought down. Eastern, another sack. Looks like it was Braden Mitchell, the junior, number 59, and the punt team will yet again come out with 6:50 to go in the fourth.
A familiar theme here tonight at Highland. They had a great opening drive and just nothing since. It's really unfortunate. You could blame a lot of things, mainly the injury bug, but just an unfortunate way how things panned out tonight.
Rambo's kick is away. A good hanging punt. The ball is dropped, and it's out, and we'll see who got it. Highland says they have it, and they do. So Highland gets the ball back after the fumble. Davis unable to haul it in. Highland gets a break and will send the offense back out with 6:11 to go. So for Tartan TV, the last football broadcast of the year here in 2025, but for us, next up is basketball season. On Saturday, December 13th, we will have a doubleheader coverage of girls and boys basketball for Highland at 11:30. It's the girls take on Overbrook at home. And here's a good run here for Highland. It's number 22, London Butts, getting some action on offense. And as I was saying, right after the 11:30 game on that Saturday morning will be a afternoon game where the boys will take on Camden Academy Charter. And their opening day, I was going to say opening night, as it typically is an opening night for basketball. However, this year it will be an opening day, as myself along with the rest of the crew couldn't be more excited to get back in the gym with the basketball team, covering some girls finally this year, but as well as the guys for the second straight year, as Butts is thrown down. And as we talked about, the boys having a really solid season last year for basketball. I mean, obviously graduated a lot, so it'll be a lot of new faces on that squad, but we'll see how many stick around, as now a couple of juniors will move up to be seniors and star, and some of those younger guys that we talked about will fill in later on. But truly an exciting time. Coach Mike Ritchie entering his second year at Highland. He does such an excellent job. Obviously, one of the best coaches South Jersey has ever seen. So excited to be back out there with him and the rest of the Highland Tartans basketball team. Pump fake from Townsend front and is then thrown down. As a sack there, as Townsend front unable to do anything there, and no quarterback options left here for Highland, as Capra was obviously seemed to be ruled out with no jersey on the sideline. Cole Dempsey, the only other active quarterback on the roster. For the Tartans. But it looks like Townsend front should finish this one out. Just under 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Highland on 3rd and long. Townsend front, low snap, back to throw. Is going to air it out. Looking for his man, and it's caught. A solid catch there. Derek Oylavicha on the reception. It's a first down completion for Highland. Townsend front gets that deep ball to go.
That's the best play we've seen out of this Tartans offense since the 40-yard touchdown at the start of the game. Great throw there, puts it right on the money. And I talked about how these quarterbacks have struggled to make that throw, but that time right on the money there.
Townsend front flips the switch on the field position, and Brockenborough jumps and will back it up 5 yards. Highland will back it up 5 yards and try it again on first down. Towels in front with Brockenmurray to his left. Eastern shows blitz, and they will. It's Brockenborough up the middle. Pushing ahead, he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 5, it'll be second down. 3:32 to go as we wind down. So for Highland, it's the waiting game. We will wait to see the final scores of other various high school football games happening across South Jersey tonight and tomorrow morning to determine if the Tartans will make the playoffs in 2025. For Eastern, this probably solidifies them a home playoff game, as Highland had a chance to have the Vikings into Blackwood and kind of play spoiler in terms of that. They were sitting right around that 4 seed for the Group 5 playoffs. Towels in front, back to throw, no time, gets out of it, and will take off. He was maybe looking to throw there towards the end of that play. He got hit hard as he went down. He was well across the line of scrimmage, but kind of pump faked, and it'll be third down.
That was very Jameis Winston-esque, if you know what I'm talking about. The Jameis Winston infamous 10-yard pass in front of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it seemed like he almost wanted to, maybe not knowing exactly where he was, but nonetheless went down and actually picked up decent yardage. It'll be third and short. Towels in front, looking to pick it up for Highland here. He flipped the field with that deep ball earlier on. Ready to go. Snaps high. Handoff Brockenborough. Running through one guy. But eventually the tackle made by the Vikings close to the first down marker, and they will give it to him. Brockenborough gets it done.
2 minutes here to go. Highland at the door. You kind of just want to end this game on a high note at least, just in case you do find a way to make the playoffs. Even after this loss, you want to go out on a good note to have some momentum going into maybe your next game if it happens.
And like I said, we will wait to see what happens, but it's going to be a fun 17-minute bus ride back to Voorhees for the Eastern Vikings. Just about 15 minutes down Laurel Road is Eastern High. As a handoff to Brockenborough, trying to cut it to the outside. Brockenborough, untouched, into the end zone for the Highland touchdown. So the senior captain, Brockenborough, gets himself one more on the offensive side of the ball. The senior linebacker, obviously more well known for doing it in the middle of the defense. However, gets one there to add to the Tartans' trail of Eastern. It is now 33-12. 1:17 to go.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
As they will attempt to go for two. They've only gone for it. They've only gone for the 2-point conversion once this year. And it was Brockenborough in week 0 at Rowan, where they converted late in the game on their only touchdown of the year. This pass to Sharon Hicks in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. No fouls. And with 1:17 to go, Highland will get ready to kick it off or possibly try an onside kick here. As with 1:17 to go, Highland converts on a good drive led by Towles in front at Brockenborough and get a touchdown on the board late in the fourth quarter here to maybe just send them with some momentum. So we will await the Highland huddle heading out there. So Rambo will head out there. as Rambo ready to go here. Rambo getting ready to kick this one off. We'll see what they decide to do here.
And probably the last time tonight we go to the kicker cam. I'm going to miss that one.
Rambo. And it is an attempt at an onside. Whistles. And it looks like it'll be a false start on the kickoff. As Rambo will most likely try again here, and they will.
I was wrong. We ought to see it one more time. The infamous kicker cam, Dawson Rambo.
As Rambo will get ready once again. For the onside attempt. A couple yards back. It's away, and it is off the foot of Cook, I believe. It didn't get to the marker. And Eastern will take over. .117 to go. And you'd have to imagine Eastern just getting ready to run this ball out and get ready to head home to Voorhees, or they will escape with a win. They'll improve to 6-2. Highland will fall to 3-6. Playoff hopes not off the board for Highland. However, it just got a little bit slimmer in terms of the chances of that happening. Perez up the middle. Borromeo on the carry, and it will probably take about one or two more of those before the night concludes. In terms of us at Tartan TV, we thank you for tuning in. If you have tuned into possibly just your first broadcast, or maybe you've watched all four of Highland's home games. It started against Winslow just a couple months ago, and give or take a month and a half, and a couple exciting wins at home. And obviously now they have Eastern coming in, where they're going to get a dominating road victory over the Tartans. But for everyone on the crew, doing an excellent job. All our camera guys, as mentioned earlier. Our producer, Adam Familiar. Our advisor, Mr. Jordan Elliott, on the sound tonight, Jacob Murphy. A couple of new guys coming on to the crew tonight, and we appreciate them. But this one will go final. Eastern takes the one at Blackwood, 33-12. They will move on and look towards the Group 5 playoffs in 2025. For Highland, like I said, we'll play the waiting game, and we will now await to see if they will enter themselves into the playoff picture. We'll step aside for one moment. We'll be back to conclude this one. Eastern takes it over Highland.
Oh, okay, good. Is there any cam?
As we welcome you back to Highland Regional the Eastern Vikings come into Blackwood and take a dominating 33-12 win on the road. Caden, Highlands fought hard. They fought hard today. They fought hard for all our home games that we've seen them, but today they were just short.
Yeah, and just a lot of unfortunate circumstances with the injuries. But Eastern's just a very good team, and Highland made them work for everything that they got tonight. They fought really hard and just didn't pan out.
So, for Tartan TV, the next time you'll speak to us, well, we'll see. It might be basketball season or anything in between, but from everyone at Tartan TV, all of our camera guys, Evan McLaughlin, Cole Welker, Joe Madden, Logan Davenport, who was unable to join us today, along with our two producers this year, Adam Famelli, Trent Horton, who was unable to join us, unfortunately, as well, Jake Murphy on the sound, Caden Corsi in the booth with me. My name's Colin Morris. Thanks for joining us on Tartan TV. Highland drops this one 33-12. We'll see you next time.